All right. Shalom, Akim, starts the lesson. We want to give all praise and all glory to Yahweh by Shibbi Shai by Shibba Kakwadash. The voice of apostle, other great millstone that taught us his truth. Peace and blessings to the sincere Akim, expressing his truth and our truth with sincerity. We're on the four corners of the earth, village and lead to us in Shalom. Welcome to Brother Yura Ariyah from the Great Millstone Miami camp. Come back to the spirit power of Yahweh by Shibbi Shai. Making another lesson. Okay, the lesson's going into war talk. Okay, something quick through the spirit. All right, seeing the tension between United States and Israel and Slaki and Iran. Okay, so there's a lot of rumors of wars and little proxy things that are happening behind the scenes that is not being portrayed on the mainstream media, man. Okay, and all you got to do is just search up Iran news and U.S. It says Trump says Iran already has U.S. termed as military strike Clause 6. It says U.S. warned Iran over planned military drills close to the American forces as Trump weighs action. And there was another article too that was showing how the Chinese, or I think it was Iran, took a picture of their military bases, okay, from the overhead. All right, so they, so that they know where to strike. All right, these are, this is the beginning of a war, or these little, how can I say, like these little, I'll say proxy wars is what's gonna build up to the, to World War III. Okay, seeing what Trump just did to the Venezuelan president. All right, seeing what he's doing to Iran, and mind you, these nations are still upset at what Trump did to Venezuela. Okay, going as far as Russia and China, they still upset of what at what Trump did to that nation because China and Russia deals with Venezuela when it comes to oil. All right, and recently they just took the some Russian official from Sweden, if I'm not mistaken. All right, now it's talked about war with Iran. Okay, so we have to understand the time that we live in. Okay, we live in the times of prophecy and the times of war. Okay, and this war is not gonna be a war like before, man. It's gonna be a war that's gonna be have to require with with nukes and missiles. Okay, and warships and all these different kind of artillery that Esau has. He plans on using them, man. Okay, everything that this devil done created, whether it be the firearm, the sword. Okay, everything that he done created, he used, man. All right, when when he created the the hydrogen bomb, what did he do? He tested it and he used it, man. Okay, so this devil got these nukes and he's going to use them, man. He's not going to just have them there for display. He was already testing them for years. Okay, now he wants to see the the real effects of it, man. All right, so World War III is going to be the the end of all wars because once one nuke is shot from their silos, everybody else is going to shoot them their nukes, man. And I know Russia has this system called the dead hand, which the dead hand is a is a thing that Russia has. Once if all the government officials were to get taken out, all right, that it will, or if if nobody's there to press the nuke. Let me see if I can search it up. Let's see. There you go. It says during the Cold War, war superpowers amassed nuclear arsenals containing the explosive powers of millions of Hiroshimas. The Soviet Union simply plotted to create the dead hand, a system designed to launch a automatic retaliation nuclear strike on the United States. Okay, and I believe that how the dead hand works is once let's see. There you go. It says sensors monitor of nuclear explosions or incoming warheads. If an attack is detected, the system sends a quarter signal, often mysterious doomsday radio frequency to command centers. If command centers don't respond or are destroyed, the system can automatically authorize launch sequences for intercontinental ballistic missiles. Okay, so Russia already has this system to where if the command center is not able to respond, all right, they are going to. There's already a system in place to launch nukes at America, man, or nukes from where the where the where the where the nukes were shot up at. So these nations been having some type of issues with each other, all right, which are leading to war. Okay, these nations already have these things in place, all right. It's just a matter of time of when they're going to use them, man. Okay, but I got a couple of precepts lined up. Lord, listen is edifying. Okay, this is Matthew 24 verse 16. It says, "And you shall hear wars and rumors of wars. See that ye not be troubled. All these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet." That's right, man. We're gonna hear wars and rumors of wars. All these going on with Russia and Ukraine, and going on with Russia, with Iran and Israel with the United States, with China. All these nations, all these things are wars and rumors of wars. But the end is not yet. There's still more things that have to be taking place. Okay, the devil got to come down with the MOTB, famine of the word. Okay, love of many wax and cool. All these things have to, be played on the forefront. All right, and recently, they announce, because I think every year they announce, the doomsday clock, and it's 89 seconds to midnight, man. And and once it strikes midnight, that means that the world is closer to a catastrophic event, man. And these devils already know that their time was almost up. Okay, because why would you create a doomsday clock if you know that you're gonna rule forever? Okay, why would you create a doomsday clock if you really believe in your mind that y'all gonna be the sole inhabitants of the earth forever? All right, but this devil knows that there's gonna be multiple events that's gonna lead up to the destruction of America. All right, and we are seeing the little things that are taking place, man. All right, little proxy wars, the little propaganda. These things are taking place to show that, hey, we at the end. All right, and continuing on, because you have to understand how World War III is going to be taking place. It's just for every battle the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood. This shall be with burning and fuel of fire. Right, this war is going to be with burning and fuel of fire, man. Okay, with those ICBMs, man, those intercontinental ballistic missiles. That's what the Lord is going to use to destroy this place. Okay, you understand? Of you got to understand. Let me see if I can find this precept. Let's see. Well, I'm gonna bring out both. It's Isaiah 13 and verse 5. They come from a far country, from the end of the heaven, even the Lord and his weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole land. That's right, man, of his indignation. So these nukes are for Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Okay, these devils may think that, oh yeah, it's of themselves, they made it. Man, Lord put a spin on you devils to make those nukes, man. All right. Lord put a spirit on these devils to make these loots. Scripture say, "I have created the smith that blew up the coals." Speaking on those scientists that split the atom and was able to, because that's a high level science, man. You can't be a regular person thinking that you're gonna come and split the atom and create a nuclear bomb. That takes some intellectual power or some type of high level thinking to do that, man. So Lord put His spirit on these devils to find that out, create these nukes and put them in a trick bag, thinking that it's solely for them, but it's for the Lord, man. That's why that's why all these nations have nukes, man, because now they're not investing into agriculture anymore, man. Let's see if I can grab it. It says Joel 3. It says let's grab it. Turn your plowing shares into pruning hooks. Let the weak say I'm strong. See if I can find it. Joel 3 and verse 10, and it says, almost verse out of verse 9, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hook into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. That's right, man. Proclaim ye among the Gentiles, okay, the other nations, prepare war. And that's what they're doing. These nations are preparing for war. They're not preparing to, sign peace treaties and all these things. No, they are getting ready to prepare for nuclear war. That's why they invest in their agriculture, or that's why they're not investing their funds into war, man, making more weapons because they understand the time that we live in, and that's ultimately proving this point right here in Joel 3. Okay, so Tyler lesson is going to be, we are in the times of war. Okay, see these little things that are happening. The Lord about to come back and take this devil out of power, man. All right, so Lord, what is lesson is edifying with that? I do want to give all praise and honor and glory to Yahweh by Shimmy Al Shai by Shimmy Kakadash, double one star apostle, millstone. Okay, with that, I do want to say